save lives, conveyed the urgent need to invest resources to ramp up the fight against tuberculosis and achieve their commitment to end TB. In Ondo State, the World Tuberculosis Day is being commemorated in Akure with a symposium with various resource persons in attendance. The Ondo State government is set to commence channelization of waterways and clearing of drainages across Akure metropolis to avert flooding during the rainy season. Commissioner for Environment Sunday Akinwalere, during an inspection tour of some flood-prone areas in Ondo State capital, also charged residents on effective waste management. Our reporter Joy Pius has details.
Flooding has remained a challenge in most parts of the country, including Ondo State, and one of the reasons responsible for flooding is limited capacity of drainage system, blockage of waterways, and drains.
Many houses. Even church one be gone. Omi eto ati kun. Kedu ni kanamo. O ma body street. Some house they say people don't run come on for the house because of this way they don't spoil their property for how you know. Gbogbo adan gbe adugbo yi láti nbẹ̀rù pé òjò ti fẹ́ dé báyìí tójò bá rẹ̀ ti dé á disturb wa dandan nìyẹn. Last year ẹnìkan kú síbẹ̀ yẹn omi ló pa síbẹ̀.
Ahead the raining season expected to commence fully soon and the need to put an end to flooding challenge in the state. Ondo State Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Sunday Akinwalere, led staff of the ministry on an assessment tour of major water channels in Akure metropolis. The commissioner, while assessing the canals, stated that the present administration is taking proactive measures to combat flood disasters and provide conducive environment for the citizenry.
We thank God for the kind of governor of the state that we have, in person of Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odun. He has provided the logistics. He has bought another 2 amphibian excavators to add to the one we have before, so making 3 now in the states. The idea is to deploy the 3 excavators to the 3 senatorial districts to make sure that we combat flooding this year.
The commissioner and his team also sought the cooperation of residents to end incidences of flooding and desist from dumping waste in waterways to allow free flow of water.
The consequences will be borne by the residents. Flood comes, it will enter into people's houses, shops, and destroy property, and sometimes even human lives. This we do not want.
To also complement the effort of government by making sure we do the needful. Let us make sure we stop indiscriminate waste disposal. Let us stop illegal blockage of river courses. Let us also inform the market women that they should dispose of their waste the way they should do.
The channelization is expected to kick off in 2 weeks' time. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, residents of Ondo State have been tasked to prioritize safety protocols such as switching off home appliances and other equipment to prevent fire outbreaks. The Ondo State chapter of the National Youth Council of Nigeria drummed this message at a sensitization campaign tagged 500 youth work against fire outbreak held in Akure, the state capital. Saeed Aribisala reports that residents were also enjoined to shun illegal dumping of refuse on waterways to prevent flooding.
According to data from the Ministry of Interior, properties worth 3 trillion naira were lost to fire incidents across Nigeria in year 2021, claiming no fewer than 136 lives. To drive home the need to imbibe safety protocols, the Ondo State chapter of National Youth Council of Nigeria, with members across the 18 local government areas of the state, embarked on the sensitization campaign tagged 500 youth work against fire outbreak. The chairman, Osrc Media Group, Mr. Kunle Adebayo, represented by the Deputy Director of Programs, Mr. Yomi Ogunye, also joined the youth on the awareness train. The youth moved through strategic roads within Akure metropolis, stopping at landmark locations to spread the gospel of safety to prevent fire outbreaks. Representing the council chairman, Buhari Shitu, Mr. Benga James said the initiative is to improve the awareness to safety protocols among residents.
This fire outbreak have a cause. The major cause of fire outbreak, when leaving our homes, we must ensure that all our electronics, all our electrical appliances are put off. We must ensure our fans, our generator, everything is put off before leaving our various homes for our daily duties. And secondly, in terms of gas, most especially gas dispensers, we are encouraging them on the use of fire extinguisher.
While it's not just fire that is wreaking havoc, flooding has also subjected many homes and businesses to suffering. Hence the team's advice to residents on effective waste management.
We've seen that a lot of people are really encouraged and they are motivated. They are really happy because a lot of people, they see that the youth are coming up to give them the enlightenment and to be aware of what to do and the needful to be done at the necessary time.
The Osrc Media Group Chief Executive, in his charge to the youth, tasked them to remain reliable partners in the quest to better society.
Continue to do what they are doing. They have done a very good thing by coming out to sensitize the public on these issues. It is germane because many people indulge in these bad habits. And when they come out in this manner to tell the people what to do, the best thing we can do is to encourage them.
Some residents who were swayed by the effort of the youth commended them for trying to change the narrative of youth restiveness in society.
They tell the community what they saw that is not good, most especially in the area of littering of our gutter during rainy season by our women and our people. So what I saw is very important that they discuss about.
The National Youth Council of Nigeria in Ondo State says it will not renege effort to enlighten residents on actions for a progressive society. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
The Ondo State House of Assembly has tasked the newly confirmed member of the Judicial Service Commission, Mr. Ayodeji Akinkunle, to exhibit discipline in the discharge of his duties. At the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Bamidele Oleyalogun, Mr. Akinkunle was confirmed following the representation of a report of the Selection Committee to members. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshile Oladesoye Ajayi now reports.
The confirmation of the nominee opened the floor for legislative business after an 8-week recess. Presenting the report of the Selection Committee, the Deputy Speaker and Vice Chairman of the committee, Samuel Aderoboye, said the nominee, Ayodeji Akinkunle, was thoroughly scrutinized and found qualified, having met all constitutional requirements for the appointment.
Provided excellent answers to questions put across the way. Possess the required experience, charisma, and much needed exposure to function effectively as a member of Ondo State Judicial Service Commission.
The lawmakers who took turns to assess the nominee charged him on dignified behavior in the discharge of his duty. Upon satisfaction of the requirements of his office, the Speaker, Bamidele Oleyalogun, ruled for the confirmation of Mr. Akinkunle's appointment after a unanimous decision of the House.
Confirmation and appointment. We support this, say aye. Aye. Against the amendment. The ayes have it.
The appointee, Ayodeji Akinkunle, said his effort will be channeled towards making the judicial system a signature of all eyes and sought the support of the Assembly to put the Commission on a high pedestal.
I am also glad to tell you that I am going to be a catalyst within the judiciary system, seeing to the welfare of judicial officers, dispensation of justice in Ondo State, taking care of judicial infrastructure, appointments, retirements, everything that has to do with judicial system in Ondo State. I am going there to ensure I give my maximum support to ensure that security and peace of our people is intact and that justice is delivered on time, because justice delayed is denied.
He also thanked Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for the confidence reposed in him and pledged his commitment to the continued development of the state. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc.
Wife of Ondo State Governor Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu has challenged journalists to be awake to their responsibilities as the fourth estate of the realm. She gave the charge at the Medium Empowerment Series of Association of Communication Scholars and Professionals of Nigeria, Imo State Chapter, held in Owerri, the state capital. Omoriola Hongbeji reports that Mrs. Anyanwu Akeredolu also received an award of excellence at the event.
Association of Communication Scholars and Professionals of Nigeria was established to advance the study and practice of communication by promoting and facilitating the pursuit of excellence in academic research in Nigeria. At the maiden edition of Empowerment Series, chaired by the wife of Ondo State Governor, Mrs. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu was greeted to an impressive welcome by her people. To her, journalism profession has the capacity to change the narrative of the current ugly situation in the country, saying the professionals need do more to meet public expectations. She also encouraged media outfits to join hands with Breast Cancer Association of Nigeria, BRECAN, to notifying women that breast cancer is not a death sentence.
If we could take it up as a committed responsibility to spread this word. Breast cancer is not a spiritual attack. Do it as a hashtag. I'm talking to female journalists. Use it, hashtag. Be that commitment. We will run these pastors out of town. They have done more harm than good in this country.
National President of the Association, Umaru Pate, represented by the National Vice President Southeast, Professor Ifeyinwa Nsude, and the Chairman, Imo State Chapter of the Association, Dr. Adeline Ukwam Uwoma, said Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu is a selfless personality who has devoted her life for the well-being of women and the girl child in society.
Indeed, it is so alive that it has become common knowledge that security situation in this country is worse by day, and that the crime rate is rising to an all-time high, so that crime, criminality, and insecurity are taking over this country.
What is the importance of the media? A great philosopher who David Nana said that time shall come when communication will be weighted to life. So for the media to achieve all this, there must be a symbiotic relationship between communication scholars in the class and the practitioners in the field.
Participants at the event, as well as the chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Imo State Council, said they were inspired by the speech of the governor's wife.
Challenge, especially when she talked about women with cancer issues. She said no woman should die of breast cancer, and I think I totally agree with her.
Has made me to know that the media, we still have a lot of things to do to the public from what she has said, and that has given us a very big challenge for us to work harder.
And here is the award of excellence.
Mrs. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu was one of those honored with awards of excellence at the event.
7 persons, including civil servants, suspected to have defrauded the Ondo State government to the tune of 11 million naira, have been arraigned before magistrate court sitting in Accra, the Ondo State capital. They are standing trial on 4 counts of stealing, pretense, conspiracy, and fraud. The State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Charles Tituloi, who led the prosecution team, said the suspects allegedly purchased a refurbished power generating set for the government rather than 9 brand new one paid for. Details as presented from our studios.
In July 2021, the Ondo State government approved 11 million naira for a contractor, Mr. Shola Kinyombo, for the purchase and installation of a 150 kVA generator at the Mother and Child Hospital, Accra, the state capital. Rather than purchasing a brand new item, according to the terms of the contract, government discovered that Mr. Kinyombo allegedly conspired with 7 other persons to install a refurbished generator. The lead prosecutor, Charles Titiloye, said the suspects are being prosecuted to serve as deterrence to those who take delight in defrauding the government. Titiloye, who is the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, emphasized that it will no longer be business as usual for fraudsters.
The generator have been breaking down regularly, and then it has been in a position where it cannot be used by the hospital. And in view of the policy of this government on excellent service delivery, government is of the opinion that there was a need to buy a new generator, only to find out that what was supplied was a refurbished and fairly used generator. The government therefore decided to take this step to ensure that the contractor and all those who are involved in this act are brought to book.
Counsel to the defendants, Biodun Fashakin, prayed the court to grant his client's bail on self-recognition.
Proceeding of today, which is the preliminary aspect of the proceedings in the matter, connects with the bail application of the defendants. And as it were, all the defendants were duly granted bail on very liberal terms.
The 8 defendants were granted bail, and the case has been adjourned till April the 7th for further hearing. Richard Lesomi, Osrc News.
The Ologumolare Arijode family of Eleyowo in Akure North local government area has reaffirmed Mrs. Cecilia Ologede as the head of the household at Eleyowo. Addressing media professionals, Mrs. Ologede urged the public to disregard any counter information. Mrs. Ologede says she remains the head of the Ologumolare Arijode family as ruled by an Akure magistrate court, while Pastor Akintade Oni remains the secretary of the family. Osrc Zimo Ebieme reports as presented from our studios.
For some time now, the family of Ologumolare Arijode has been at loggerhead over the family land and who the head of the family should be. When the matter was taken to an Akure High Court, Justice Aderemi Adegoroye validated the leadership of Mrs. Cecilia Ologede as the family head and Pastor Akintade Oni as secretary, but aggrieved members discountenanced the court verdict.
Chief Mrs. Cecilia Ologede.
Addressing journalists, Mrs. Ologede insisted that she remains the head of the family, saying the court had affirmed her leadership. Ologede said she had complied with the court judgment that a committee between the two groups should be set up in ensuring that differences are settled amicably, but the other group has rejected all entreaties to resolve the matter.
Wọ́n pè mí lẹ́ni wọ́n pè mí lọ́la gbogbo ẹ̀ṣá àwọn ajá máa sọ fún ọ pé mi ò mọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ẹ̀hún la ṣe torí bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́nu pé kò sẹ́ni tó yọ èmi Chief Mrs. Cecilia Taiwo Ologede kò sẹ́ni tó yọ mí ní chairman o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pásítọ̀ yìí òní kò sẹ́ni tó yọ ní secretary o. Tí wọ́n tún wọ́n ní wọ́n yàn òfo ní o. Òfo pátápátá. Lanika sọ kí gbogbo àgbáyé kó gbọ́. Ìkejì tó tún rí bí rẹ̀ ni pé anybody máa ra nǹkan lọ́wọ́ wọn o, wọ́n má dẹ̀ fún wọn lówó.
Also speaking, an elder of the family, James Fagbamigbe, called on the warring faction to sheathe their sword for the progress of the family.
These people, these boys and girls, they should come together. They should let us come together and form a formidable family.
The head of the family, the secretary, and Pa Fagbamigbe appealed to other factions to follow the court judgment and allow peace to reign.
Ondo State Commissioner of Police Oyeyemi Oyediro has lauded Ijapo Police Station for its commitment and effective discharge of duty. The commissioner, who spoke at the recommissioning of the newly renovated police station in Ijapo, Akure, said the move will strengthen and make the environment conducive for officers. Our correspondent Bisola Aluko has more.
Policing in community is important for proper security response to crimes and criminalities. Ijapo Division was formerly part of A Division in Akure before it was upgraded to a divisional status due to the development in Ijapo and its environs in 2002. The division located within Ijapo Housing Estate has been providing security tips to the area. The arrival of Ondo State Commissioner of Police Oyeyemi Oyediran drew the attention of all present as he received a warm welcome from police officers. Oyeyemi appreciated the Police Community Relations Committee members in the area for their support and cordial relationship between officers and the community. He said criminalities will not be allowed in the state, as anyone found in the act will face the wrath of law.
Relationship is cordial, fantastic. We want more of it. We want community to support us. Our surges are in town. Adequate patrol, men stop and search, jingles here and there. To be law abiding. There is no room for crime and criminality. Eventually, you must be caught if you indulge in it. So be law abiding and support the police.
The Divisional Police Officer Ijapo Division, Bukola Fashimoye, who initiated the lofty idea, said she saw the need to make conducive where the officers work, as this will spur them to do their job effectively. She thanked those who contributed to the success of the project.
I feel like it's one of my duty. I cannot be here and seeing the station in that kind of state, and I will be working in that kind of condition. I personally don't like that. So it's a kind of giving back to the society. For me, it's giving back to society and make my officers comfortable as well. That will boost their morale.
The division therefore sought for more manpower for the effective discharge of their duty. Thereafter, the commissioning of the building was done by the police commissioner.
Gents opened. And thanks to
the event also featured the laying of foundation of the Police Community Relations Committee meeting hall. Bisola Aluko, Osrc News.
And in sports, Federal University of Technology Akure FUTA have clinched 2 more medals on day 6 of the 26th Nigeria University Games in Lagos. Michel Egonu, who earlier won the men's high jump event, secured the silver medal in long jump. In the same vein, FUTA won the bronze medal in the 4x400 meters for men, an event won by the host University of Lagos. FUTA are 6th on the table with 4 gold medals, 2 silver and 5 bronze medals. And with that story, we conclude Sunshine Report. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.